conversational shaving. Isn't that right, Sarge? Say hello there, kitty. Oh, he's enthused. Oh, there he is. All right. I've already prepped my face with Village Barber shaving oil. That's one of the things I wanted to tell you. And my razor today is going to be this three-piece non-adjustable Neillite 400 brush. And this is the brown one. I've got a brown one and a black one, all made of Bakelite except for the little post inside. And as you can see here, one side has only 4 scallops, the other side has 8, so ostensibly this is the more aggressive side. I will probably use just this side for the entirety of the first pass, and then I'll kind of mix it up for the other passes. I usually just kind of use both sides of it and figure everything will come out in the wash. And my soap is going to be this Marchese Ofiuco shaving soap. I used to call that Marchese, like Cochise, the Native American chief, I believe. But no, it's somebody said it's Marchese is how that's pronounced. An Ofiuco shaving soap. Marchese makes some lovely shaving brushes. In fact, I've lathered using one of them. This is their Emerald Manchurian badger brush, very nice. And I've lathered in the Captain's Choice shaving bowl. Got some on the side there. I'll go ahead and put that on my face. And in my razor today, on its second use, is going to be one of these Personna Platinum Chrome blades, the Personna Red. So there we go. I have just a little bit of hot water in the basin here. I'm going to dip just the tip of the brush into that and try to get a lather going here. Hope you're all doing well out there. I've used this soap on the channel before, but I now have the matching aftershave, so I'll be using that later on. Nice lather and a nice cologne-like scent, I should say, to this soap. Very nice. And we'll get started with the first pass with the grain, and I'll be using the side of the razor with 4 scallops here. Ostensibly the more aggressive side of the razor. And that is just mowing the stubble down. I've got about 2.5 days worth of growth on my face here. I'll go on down here. And I'm going to rinse the razor now. Okay, still using this side of the razor. Go over here to the other side of the face. The Neillite 400 razors were the result of 2 companies getting together. The Neillite razor company and the 400 company, which I think they may have just made brushes, I'm not sure. But the Neillite and 400 companies got together to make a nice Bakelite razor, and this was the result. The type of razor I'm using now. And before I shave under my nose and under my bottom lip, I'll go ahead, oops, and rinse the razor again. I do get the sensation that this razor and blade combination are just mowing down the whiskers right now. And I'll go ahead and go above the lip, above the upper lip and under the nose. And that pretty much completes the first pass. I'll be right back for pass number 2, across the grain. Okay, I didn't go back to the bowl here. There's not much left in the bowl. It's most of the suds, most of the lather is in the brush, but haven't gone back to the puck. I think maybe some of the later incarnations of this soap might lather better than the first batch. I'm not sure. But I still seem to be getting the slitness and most of the protection I need. That's not the thickest lather I've ever had, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. Okay, we'll go across the grain. I'll switch up back and forth, use both sides of this, the 4 scallop and the 8 scallop side of the razor there. So here we go. Across the grain. Okay. That was the 8 scallop side. I'm going back and forth on this now, and I'm pretty sure everything will come out in the wash as far as the evenness of the shave. I hope so, anyway. Because when I shave this way, using this razor like an ordinary double-edged razor, I don't always keep track of which side I'm using if I switch back and forth. Now I'll go ahead and rinse. Okay, I'll go ahead and go to my chin now. See, this is the 8 scallop side of the razor, ostensibly the less aggressive side. Oh, I should have turned the heat down. Maybe I'll do that between passes. The heat came on, which is fine, but I kind of have to compete with the heat register, and my voice is not terribly loud, so, and I hate to have to shout. Maybe I'll get a little closer to the monitor here, though, where the microphone also is. And now it's time to rinse the razor again. Okay, I went ahead and after I rinsed, I went out there and turned the heat down for the remainder of the shave, so hopefully the heat will kick back off here soon and I won't have to compete with that sound while I'm shaving and speaking to you folks. The lather did kind of dissipate there, although I'm still feeling slickness on my face. and was feeling protection too. For me, this soap, this batch of it, this incarnation, is plenty slick. I don't know if it'll have residual slickness after the shave, but well, I'll show you what I mean later by residual slickness. Well, what I mean by that is when I'm doing pickups and after all the lather is gone, sometimes I do a slickness test, and some soaps will have slickness as long as the lather is still on the face, but after that, if I go over with just a wet razor over what I've shaved, the slickness will all be gone, whereas some soaps even have a residual slickness, which is very good. Okay, I'm going to pause here, rinse the razor. I'll be right back after I attempt to relather again, and then we will go against the grain. Well, let's see, I did go back to the bowl here, Captain's Choice shaving bowl, which usually helps me get great lathers. I'm not getting a great lather this time, but it still feels good on the face. This is one of those lathers that doesn't look all that great, but whatever the soap is made of, it feels good on the face. Closed comb razor with 4 scallops, or little curvature openings on one side and 8 on the other. The side with only 4 openings is supposed to be the more aggressive side of the razor, and I can feel it. I believe I have that right. I believe the other side is supposed to be more or less aggressive. Now I'm going to flip the razor over. Now on my right side of my face, I am using the less aggressive side of the razor. I think on this side of my face, I may have used the more aggressive side before. I'm not sure about down here on the neck, but I'm fairly certain that was the case on the face. Okay, let's see. We use the 4 scallop side, this time on my left side of my face here. I believe, well, in the mirror, or looking, let's see, yeah, you all looking at me would be to your right, I believe. My left is your right. In the mirror, it would still be the left side, a mirror image. Although in the monitor, I'm seeing it is also the left side of my face. I'm not sure how it comes out in the video. Okay, I'll go ahead and flip this over. Use the 8 scallop side over here. It looks like all the lather had dissipated on the side of my face, but I'm still feeling some protection and adequate slickness here. Okay, I'm going to rinse again. Oops. Supposed to be going this way. I hope I did that on my face. I think I did. It's supposed to be going against the grain, and I've been thinking of other things here. Had other things in my mind. Okay, now I'll go above the lip. Well, you can't really see, can you? I had my, I was holding something there, anyway, I was blocking the shave with my hand there. Sorry about that. And that pretty much completes the third pass. I'll come back and then it'll be pickup time, everybody. Well, me, Sarge here, and the magical clock would like to welcome you to pickup time. Isn't that right, Sarge? Okay, thank you, magical clock. Thank you, beautiful kitty. Okay, I'll let you back out, Sarge, in case you want out again. Do you want out? And I'll leave the door ajar so you can escape if you want to. It's pickup time, everybody. I think I might have gotten a little weeper down there. But anyway. We'll do pickups or touch-ups here. How's it going, Sarge? I think I finally got some weepers on that last pass. They're small, but they are weepers. There goes Sarge, I think. See you later, Sarge. Sarge the cat, ladies and gentlemen. He's a great cat, but I don't think he's very impressed with my shaving. Or at least not with my shaving channel. He has sat in here before when I wasn't making a video and talking, and he would sit here around here somewhere and watch me shave. It was kind of cute. But when I'm making one of these big color television presentations, productions, I don't think he's too interested. Although now he's out there meowing like he wants back in or wants something. Well, anyway, let me rinse the razor. Okay, here's where I try to see if there's any residual slickness from this soap. And I'm getting okay residual slickness. It's not great and it's not terrible. Now the slickness during the shave, when there was still some lather on my face, was just fine. This Sarge didn't want in, but he was out there meowing about something. I can't imagine what, because he's got plenty of food and he's treated very well. Any weepers I got just aren't too bad. I'm pretty sure cold water, when I rinse here in a moment, that should close those up handily with no problem. In fact, I'm going to rinse the razor, rinse the brush, rinse the bowl, and rinse my face. I'll be back with another good friend of this channel's, Mr. Towel. Here he is. You know him, you love him, you can't live without him. It's our good friend, Mr. Towel. Ah. It feels nice. Okay, now I will put Mr. Towel back where he goes, and I will begin a brief recap, and then I'll put the finishing touches on the shave here. Okay, well, first of all, off camera, before I got started, I prepped my face with Village Barber shaving oil, and I let that soak in for a while I got the rest of the shave together. And my razor has been this 3-piece Bakelite Neillite 400 razor, the brown one. I also have a black one, and one side only has 4 scallops, the other side has 8. So the side with the fewer number of scallops is supposed to be a more aggressive side of the razor. And my soap has been this Ofiuco soap by Il Marchese, who also make, among other brushes, this beautiful brush, the Emerald Manchurian badger brush, and this is their old coin that they used to put on their handles. I really like that one. I almost wish they'd go back to using that one. Maybe not exclusively, but I wish that one were still available. Maybe it is, I don't know. But I see that they're using a different design on their coin now. And in my razor, on its second use, was one of these, a Personna red blade, also known as the Personna Platinum Chrome blade. And let's see, and also I had lathered up in this, the Captain's Choice copper shaving bowl. This is the lighter of the two of these they make. You can also buy a heavier one for about $10 more. So there's all of that. Now I'm going to reach over here and get some of the Thayers Lavender Witch Hazel, and I'm going to apply some of that on my face. And let's see, I'll pop that open there. Get some of this going in the hands here. Set that aside. And this is a non-alcohol facial toner. It's not an astringent. Feels nice on the face and the neck. Put some on the eyelids. I'm just going to try not to get it in the eyes. Although it doesn't have alcohol, I still don't think you want to get it in your eyes. Okay, that's real nice. A very light lavender scent to this. That's the Thayers Lavender Witch Hazel Facial Toner there. On these newer bottles it says facial toner in more bold print, and above where it says Witch Hazel. Okay, but the ingredients are supposed to be all the same. Now I'm going to reach for this, as promised, the Marchese Ofiuco aftershave right there. I've only used this once before off camera, shortly after I received it a month or so ago. And oh my God, I forgot how lovely that scent is. That smells better than the soap. It matches the soap just fine, but that whiff I got of it smells even better than the soap. So I don't believe I could send any of this to Paul H, even if I had some extra, because it does contain alcohol, and alcohol-based anything can't go through the mail in the UK, and I'm not sure technically if it's supposed to here in the States or not, but I do get this sort of stuff through the mail, because you're not going to find this stuff in stores, especially not in the United States. Oh man, the scent of this stuff, now the scent of the soap is good, don't get me wrong, and this does match it, but the scent I'm getting from this today, and I don't remember it being this good the first time I used it, perhaps a month ago, but the scent of this is wonderful. I mean, it is just filling up the necessity room, and just, oh, it's wonderful. There it is again, the Marchese Ofiuco aftershave to go with the soap. Finally, because I like the feel of this stuff on my face, and in a lot of my recent shaves I've been finishing up with it, the Star Jelly from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. Yeah, this is good stuff, in my opinion. I'll put it this way, I can see why so many people used it and raved about it, and anybody that raved about it also, in my opinion, was not using hyperbola. Now, as with anything, your mileage, your results may vary, but a little bit of sting on the face, but I love the way this stuff feels. This is supposed to be the scentless kind. I think that I do detect a mild, almost eucalyptus scent to it. Actually, scentless, but mentholated. So this is the mentholated version of the scentless kind. You can also get this same scentless or in any scent you want that they offer to go with whatever soap and aftershave you might get from them. This is the mentholated. There's also a scentless and a non-mentholated version, I guess, of any one of these that they have available. That's the Star Jelly. And let's see, I see, well, I kind of went over on time a little bit. I might have to cut a lot out of this shave, but I'll see you hopefully next week. Peace out.